Maple Tree Way. Sorry for absolutely terrifying everybody there. And by everybody, I mean Soup played. Hello, by the way. Moo Moo Meadows is hard. It is. And we've only just started. I've only barely got into the 1 minute region. Not even remotely close to my target yet. Got a new hoodie today. What have you bought? Am I going to take a look and it's going to be Emma's band's merch? And I'm going to like, how the fuck did you find that? Oh, this is SpongeBob one. That's cool. That's like his driving license or something, isn't it? Motorboat license or something. Interesting. More importantly, is it comfy? If it's not comfy, then is it worth it? I assume it's comfy. Right, let's quit this stuff. So, this is boating license suite. I have not been in touch with SpongeBob for ages, so I'm surprised I even knew that much, to be honest. Get the soup face reveal. I saw like half of your face and like a frame of glasses, so I know you were a glasses wearer. Most of it was covered up with your phone. But hey, doesn't matter to me. You can show me your face if you want to, and if you don't have to. Doesn't matter to me. I don't show my disgusting face half the time, so there you go. Anyways. This on. I feel what is like. I think the heating has just been turned off, and it's only been turned off at nearly 11 o'clock. Who was that? It's comfy, and I have hair. Sweet. So do I. Surprisingly enough, I didn't think so. I would. At this point in time, but who knows? Only time will tell, and I'm scared. Right, so we're on to the Moo Moos. The Mew Mews. The Moo Moos today. That is still the time. Potential best splits now give 1 minute 5.79. I think I worked them out to be. I improved recently. I improved my best lap 1 recently, so it's kind of starting to get into the MC3 direction, where my lap 1 is a hell of a lot better than my other 2 laps and anything driven in my PB, which is annoying, but it's something. Yeah, I got 152, I think my first lap split was, that I improved to, and I think I could have got a 0.0 as well, but I missed the mini turbo on the last turn. So I threw the entire run away, just randomly out of nowhere. And I was really annoyed, but there's a clip of it somewhere, so if you wanted to see that, then you can. Best lap splits give, although best lap splits give 0.5, I think I've worked out to if my best driving, or my current best driving were in all of the splits, then I could get a 1 minute 0.1, which is a hair off of how fast I want to be, which is sub 1, obviously. So yeah, I say it's progress in concept, but not in reality. The worst kind, but the most common. So we'll roll with it. We'll see how things go. My iPod has annoyingly stopped working. I can't seem to turn it on. It was like that did that in the last stream. I hold the power button down, so nothing happens. It said it was running out of battery, and I had it plugged into the USB on my TV, out of all things. And after it played the final song, it just gave up on me, and I can't seem to get it to work now. So That's a problem. Can't listen to music unless I listen to Spotify. And then I have Peter coming up on my headphones. No streams to watch today. I'm completely alone at the moment. As far as I looked, there was no one on my directory also streaming at the same time, so there you go. You're doing Peach Gardens to beat the Staff Ghost. I'm shit at the end. Is that the end of this track, or I assume Peach Gardens, but the ending of Peach Gardens, I assume you mean like the wavy dirt path, is really tricky. Oh, but there you go. Lewis is here. He might be able to give you some pointers. I'm going to see a therapist, hopefully. A therapist? What do you need to see a therapist for? Oh my goodness. I hope there's nothing too serious, but there you go. How are you doing otherwise, though, Lewis? I figured out something else about this game. A really interesting detail, which I don't know if you would care about or not at all, but I think it might be some more attention to detail on physics. But the more you turn around in your drift, the more you slow down. They've like factored in the fact that moving the wheels against the way that they're rotating along the ground adds more friction. So if I was to turn and move around a lot more, then I slow down just a little bit more. And I feel like that's why I'm actually losing time to Unreal's Ghost. But I don't know for certain. It could also be the fact that instead of an attention to detail... sorry about that. Instead of just an attention to detail on how it works in real life, because I assume that's how it would work in real life, it may also be that's how they prevented bunny hopping from the original game, where the more you just turn back and forth, the more you would lose speed. That's just how they patched it out. Either or, it seems like what I need to do to save myself any time is soft drift absolutely everything. Everything needs to be soft drifted, and I need to move my analog stick around as little as possible, which is annoying, but that seems to be what I have to do, or at least what I feel like I have to do so far in order to play the game and, you know, get quicker driving. What am I doing? There was a great explanation until the ending part where it just all fell apart. Oh boy, what does this say? I need to learn how to deal with my toxic father since moving out is not an option. Ooh, that sounds pretty big. I hope that goes well. I really do. We've had a lot of talk about toxic people in streams recently. It's ridiculous. Parents are pretty toxic too, Lewis, so I can relate. I'm pretty sure if I come out to them, they wouldn't support me. And conservativism. Wow, that's a mouthful of words. So that's a plus. Conservatism, actually. Duh. God, we're all conservative. Well, the UK is conservative at the moment as well. It's a nightmare. So, yeah. Republicans. Well, I don't know what that is, but I assume that's the bad one. That was going well. That's actually better than I thought. I thought that'd be a 5 or a 6. Still skipping the cows for now. I think I can get to 0.5 without going for the cow skip. Skipping the cow skip is what I was actually supposed to say there. They'd be for Boris if they were in the UK. Are you sure? So I think Boris is conservative. Or we like to refer to as Tory over here. Very different. The way that the politics works across two countries is very different. The parties are very different and everything. Threatened yesterday because of an onion. And I'm pretty tired of his unreasonable behaviour. And I didn't read the rest of that whole minute. I assume onion means opinion. That's supposed to be opinion, not an onion. Is unreasonable behaviour. It is one thing after another. Dumb shit. Your parents would be supportive of Boris. Are you sure? If you say so, but I don't know. The one thing that's happened actually, which I'm actually kind of all for at the moment, is the recent decision to kind of have like a lockdown over Christmas. As much as people are like giving a lot of backlash over here around that and everything, saying how it's unfair and how that it's the government's fault and everything, but actually it makes sense. Because it was said that the virus was going to worsen during this time of year. And more people would be at risk during the winter months. A bit like the general flu or the cold. So it makes... I was kind of expecting it, and I think that actually deciding to do that is one of the more smarter options. But I also just don't care too much as well, because Christmas has gradually led to mean less and less to me over the years. I know it's a bit not really in the festive sort of spirit towards anything and everything, but it's true. Also, that was a decent lap. That was pretty decent. What the hell was that? 7:06. That's 1 millisecond off of my best lap 3. You meant a fucking onion. He pointed me out with a knife. What the fuck? That's so messed up. My parents don't think COVID restrictions should be in place. Good God, why? I cannot relate in any way to this, unfortunately. My parents have actually, by comparison, my parents have been very, very lenient. The only thing that they don't really seem to understand so much is the concept of me choosing to stream and play video games online. And that's they're not entirely comfortable with with me talking to random people on the internet, and they're not entirely comfortable with me. They don't quite understand why people like watching me play games, but over the years they've got more lenient with it. They used to be incredibly restrictive with the internet and everything, and they still are to some extent, but with the lockdown I've kind of had, I think, more privileges allowed just for now. And obviously they've met Jacob and Jordan, who are two people that I met over the internet, who decided wholeheartedly to drive 3.5 hours down to see me at a funeral. To be with me at a funeral, sorry. So to actually meet some of the people that I've spoken to, I think they're kind of a bit more lenient with that. So I definitely can't relate in that regard. Other than with like really stupid arguments that we might have had when I was a lot younger. But then I look back on those and feel like, wow, I was a really shit kid. Why do we argue with that? You know what I'm saying? Just looking at it with a more matured mind, I'm like, yeah, no, my parents were right to do that sort of thing. This doesn't relate, so it doesn't make any sense to me. They're very religious. Said to me that being gay isn't a part of God's plan, so we can't support them. I'm over here like, oh yeah, you don't know. Yeah, one of those types of people. It's sad, but they're in the world, unfortunately. In your case, Soup, just don't tell them. They won't digest that information. I don't plan on it, yeah. And that's your aim now, Soup. I think it makes more sense now why you want to move out as soon as possible. As soon as you're old enough, move out, disconnect a little more from your parents, and just you get your freedom. Live life how you want to. Live life how you're supposed to. It makes more sense now. I understand it more. Even though it made more sense the first time round, but yes, it makes more sense now. I don't know why I keep saying that. Please stop me. I guess in a sense, in a way that I could relate to this, I guess, is my uncle, my dad's brother, is actually completely disconnected from my family now. So my dad barely contacts him, and all his kids, my cousins, they've all moved away. And it relates back to a conversation we've had before, and I don't want to go into too much detail for it, but he had a personality disorder, narcissism. And there's very stupid things that he would do, like excessively drink, and speed, and other stupid shit, wasting his money without even thinking about it. And his personality disorder would mean that obviously he wouldn't take the blame for it. And in fact, one of the things that he used to do a lot of the time is for stupid shit, for like him getting drunk and going out one night and coming home late and not being able to do his job, and he'd blame his kids. It's something that he decided to do idiotically without thinking about it, and he'd just blame his kids on it. I do not blame them in the slightest for moving away from there, but it's really irritating because when I was a kid and growing up, I didn't know until like only a couple of years ago when my dad actually told me about the whole thing. And there's more serious situations which I don't want to go into detail about, which alarmed me. Very stupid ones, but yeah. Once my nana passed away, so my dad and my uncle's mum, who we would go to Wales quite consistently to visit, like every couple of weeks we'd drive over there to visit her. Yeah, as soon as she passed away, my dad was like, okay, there's no reason to go over anymore. Just didn't want to see his brother. Just didn't want to be involved in that. And so I've not seen him since. And actually, a couple of years before my nana passed away, even my cousins had all moved out and anything anyway, so I just wouldn't see them. And this was before I knew what was going on. So to me, they just randomly went one day, and I was like, where are my cousins gone? Why are they not living here anymore? Ugh. One of the things as to why I can't go back to childhood. It's one of the aspects that were ruined, you know? How innocent you can think about the world and everything, and then there's just something that you learn as an adult that you just cannot unlearn. And yeah, just can't go back. There's no going back. I know stuff now. I know what's happened with that family, and it's not nice. Into the real talk already, and I hate it. Hello, Chavis. Welcome to this conversation. A very random one to get into. Hope you are well. My nose is being weird, so I might actually just dart off and get a tissue real quick. Let me just catch up on the chat first. Got my new desk all cleaned up. I am set up. What's up? Sweet. Nice, good new desk. I do not have a desk. Well, I got like a one back here, which my iMac sits on. Which is part of the bunk bed thing that I sleep in. But then this, I don't have a desk. I've got a cabinet of drawers. Literally, the drawers are just right here. With my Switch and my capture card. My 3DS capture card is here as well. And it's just sat on here with my TV as well. And then off to the side, I actually have just a little kind of... What is this thing called? It's like a tripod with a table on the top of it, I guess. I put in laptop stand, and this is one of the things that popped up. It was supposed to be like an art stand, is what it said, but I put my laptop on it, and then my mic is just on a mic stand. And then I have a table here with just a bunch of shit on it. You can hear it when I just tap it. There's like coins, plates, photo frames, paper, plastic. There's a camera here. There's bits of metal, batteries, tons of batteries, inhalers, controllers, just everything. I just dump it there. I could technically have a desk if I clean that up and just put everything on it, but I couldn't be bothered. So I have a table which is big enough to be a desk by like twice as much as what I've given myself here with the laptop and the Switch. And then I've just put loads of shit on it. It just sits here gathering dust. And I confine myself to this like foot squared sort of cabinet. It doesn't make sense, but it's, you know, I don't care. I'm fine. Make use of the tools you have. You are an American. You can, in theory, get a part-time job, and after you graduate, get a full-time job while you decide to do what to do with your life. I assume that's towards Soup Played. And Soup Played, yeah, yes it is. I get a part-time job when I'm 16. My parents are at least proud of my initiative. I'm not sure if they know why I'm taking the initiative, but sure. If you don't want to have kids, or you are a narcissistic, toxic son of a peach, find a therapist, find help. Unfortunately, anybody with a narcissistic disorder will think they don't need help. They'll think everybody else is the problem. Everybody else is against them. And that's unfortunately what happens. And they do fuck up other people's lives. It's the same with, I was talking to a friend recently on Instagram, and she found out that her mother had a narcissistic disorder and would do something very similar as well. She didn't go into detail about it entirely, but she said that that's what the reason why she had such a harsh childhood, I guess, when she was younger. But now she's living with a friend, actually reasonably close by to me. Like, she's literally just in the town over. Back when I went into college, that's like about an hour's journey away, and she was more local to that. But it turns out that when we got back into contact with each other recently, she's just a town over. So we were going to meet up when the lockdowns cleared up and when we were both feeling more comfortable. But that's not happened. So goodbye for that plan for this year. Want me to try and send a picture if you like? Anyways, let me go and run and get a tissue real quick. Enjoy Moo Moo Meadows. Jesus. Okay. Stream looks like it's dropping a lot of frames a lot today, and I'm not too sure why that is. I think my internet has been a bit worse than normal. I'm not too sure why. I don't know if the TV downstairs is connected to the internet, and I'm not too sure if they might be watching something downloading on the through the internet. Thanks for listening to me. I've not told anyone about it. It's a pleasure, Lewis. You've heard me and tons of other people rambling about shit in the chat. It seems to be helpful for most people, and if it's helped you at all, then that's great. Fingers crossed. My fingers crossed for you that the therapy session goes well, and that it can definitely support you. Ooh, that's shiny. Nice. So assume that's... Oh, more of it just loads in. I thought it was like all I could see was like the two top and bottom screens, and then there's a bit on the side with the switch that just loads in just randomly. That looks clean. That's definitely more space than I have here. I assume the top TV is where you play your games off of. It looks like that's where the switch is plugged into, and the one that's actually sat on the desk is going to be the computer monitor. You even got yourself your own printer as well in it. Looks pretty cool. Or at least I think that's a printer. It could also be a waffle maker, and I would not know the better. Tidy. Nice. Good job. Mine does not look anything like that. You're right. I might add another monitor. Sweet. So yours is similar. Yours is just a more complicated setup to how Ace would set up everything. Because I'm pretty sure, judging by his old videos and stuff on stream, he had his TV on the wall just above him, and he'd just be like glaring up at it every time he'd play. It's quite funny. It is a printer, awesome. Right, let's get back onto racing, shall we? Jeez. My bitrate is being hounded hard today. I can just see it constantly orange. Hello, why'd you keep clicking like that? Anyways. Deep conversations aside, how's everyone doing today? I was feeling really strange until I started streaming. Like, I wasn't too sure if I was positive or negative today. Feeling fine now, feel comfortable. But I've only had one meal, and that was dinner. Did I send you a video of my capture card working? Because that is my desk. Your capture card is your desk? Or you mean the video of your capture card thing? I don't recall a video like that. Had a shopping day with my family. Sweet. At least you can go to the shops. I actually went to the shop recently. It was on my birthday to buy flowers before I went to the cemetery. And that was the first time I'd been to a shop since probably March. And it's probably going to be the only time I go there this year. Because nothing that I do is essential. It's going to be a very weird end of the year. It's not going to feel like it's changed much. We're going to have a 2020 2.0 and it's going to be like, why? So what I should do, just for the next year, I should just go into it expecting the worst. So I can be pleasantly surprised if anything sort of works out better than it does. Why is that shroom such a dick? Oh, you got a Google Drive thing again. If you send that to me on Discord, I might be able to take a look later. My Google Drive's run out of space. I can't upload anything anymore. It just won't let me. And I think it's because of all my pictures, all of my DSLR photos and everything. It's taking up too much space. So I've downloaded a piece of software on my laptop which emulates a phone. So I want to upload anything to Instagram or anything, which you can't do from a computer for some reason. Just normally. Then I'm going to try using that now, but I actually haven't done it yet. But I can see everything, and it looks like a phone interface, so it's pretty cool. I'll send it to you later. Right now I'm not in the optimal place to send it to you. Fair enough. Fair enough. My voice is already going. Right. I'm not enjoying these red blocks showing up on my OBS, so I might drop my bitrate. Which is annoying because I want it higher. This is good. Was good. Till I pointed it out that it was good. Hold on, let me just take a look. Settings. Let's see. That'll be a bit better. Why do you need to collect coins? The coins in this game increase your speed. I don't know by how much. I assume by 10%. But if I did a run without coins and drove exactly the same as Lewis's ghost here, it would be significantly slower. Well, it will gradually be losing speed. Losing time because of a speed difference. You can really tell the difference if I lose a coin. So if I just go for 2 here, you can kind of partly see that he's gaining on me there, though that was more due to bad driving than anything. I don't really know for certain why. All I know is that you need to collect them because they make you slightly faster if you don't have any. That's more than 10%, is it? Okay, I think it's like 10% per coin, but I really don't know. Another thing is that with coins in this game, the game actually keeps track of how many you collect, and this is actually how you unlock things in the game. So there's nothing for me to unlock in this game specifically, because I've got it all. But Mario Kart 7 is the same, actually. I think that's where this originated from. And at the moment, my worldwide streams are in sort of a work in progress toward collecting a certain amount of coins to then unlock something. So I realised, actually, if I carried on with street passing back when I was in college, I could have unlocked one of the parts. That's Joey playing this game. You can't see it because the clock's in the way. But that's Joey. The internet's still doing that. I must not have like a good upload today. I'm annoyed. Sometimes it works fine though, like yesterday. Other times it does not. As long as it's still reasonably watchable, then I guess it's fine. Is it reasonably watchable at all? I don't know. Gradually getting better at that. Do you see what I was playing? Nope. Were you on your Switch beforehand, or...? I mean, I assumed you were playing Mario Kart Wii, because that's what you mentioned earlier. I might actually go and play, Peach Gardens one day. I did say I was actually going to try and give it a go with Mop Bike for Lewis, but I might just do it with Flame Runner. Just because I watch Scorpies run and it just gives me anxiety. Some of the strats that he changed up there, it's ridiculous. But he's actually driven one of my favourite runs. Scorpies Peach Gardens is honestly one of my favourite runs that I've ever done, and it was my favourite runs that I recorded as well, actually. Scorpies Mop Bike BKT, I liked it a lot. I don't know if I've ever told Scorpy that, but I just do. I unironically watch it every now and then, just for the joy of seeing it. Did it because it's a meme. Every time Aaron's playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I get into Pokemon Home, and he shouts it out. And it's funny for me for some reason. Interesting. I don't even know if I still have Aaron's main account on here anymore, because he changes. He changed like all his accounts on Discord and everything recently, and he changed all his YouTube channel, and he changed his Twitch channel briefly. So I was I looked and I saw on my account that I have him added on for 3DS in the add friends section that there's another Aaron that showed up there. I was just wondering, has Aaron changed his account, or has he just got a different one there? He hasn't bothered telling me because the last few times he's tried getting in touch with me, I've just been horribly annoyed with him. I don't know. He has been keeping his distance a lot from me recently. Well, not from recently, but why change your accounts? I don't know. Ask Aaron. I don't know if he's even done this. This is the thing I was talking about though, Soup-Blade. Like, if he did it with his Switch, I feel like he would have told me, but I have no idea. This is just it's just an outsider's perspective. I don't think had to get annoyed at Aaron because he was constantly messaging me for literal months about joining the team channel. It like a couple of years ago, I think in 2017 or 18 now, we had someone called Anthony, who I thought of as a good online friend, who was part of the team channel, who just sort of up it and left, and out of nowhere just disconnected himself from everybody. And I thought before he just left the team channel, so I was like, oh yeah, well, okay, we'll just get someone else to fill in. And I was talking to Aaron. I say, yeah, I'm looking to maybe get someone else on the team channel to take Anthony's place, and kind of spoke to Aaron as if he was someone that I was considering at the time, but obviously following on with Anthony actually completely cutting himself off from everybody, it kind of gave me more of a negative thought around doing so. So Aaron was only really the only person that was sort of started following it up. Like every now and then, just every couple of weeks, he would just message me out of nowhere, and just sort of, that would be the only thing that he asked. And I'd usually just ignore it, but he just kept fucking following it up for some reason. I'm not too sure why. And then eventually I would respond to him and told him no. And he kept asking for some reason. So, like, his constant but it's I guess it's kind of good. His constant prompting to me eventually got me to try and work toward getting Paul on the channel, because I did feel like maybe it would help if we had some variation on the channel. And to kind of just fill in the gap as in like, well, this is taken now. And maybe Aaron would stop asking. But no. And it got really irritating because the worst part about it was that he just timed them really badly. Like at literally the worst possible points in time, he would ask when I was in the worst mindset. So there'd be times where I would just be... I don't know if I've told you about, like, my travelling at all, Soup, where I get anxious with travelling sometimes, and then especially if the public transport hasn't been too nice while on a journey, it'd make me horribly anxious and just miserable. And there would be times where I would come home from the studio late at night. I'd missed the train, and so I would be off by like an hour. And it would just be horribly stressful. There was one night where I had to get a fucking replacement bus service. Sometime, probably around this time last year actually, where the fucking... It was too cold for the trains to run, so all the trains had to be replaced with buses, and the buses went completely different routes to what I was familiar with, and it was all new, and I was like, oh god, and it was all dark outside, and it was late, and I got home at like midnight or something. Log on to Discord, and to see Aaron being like, oh yeah, can you consider me as part of the team channel, please? Thanks, bye. Yeah. You can tell that I wouldn't have responded to it as nicely. There was one point in time I actually did respond to Aaron while I was on the train. But yeah, he's not... I have to give him credit. He is not pestering me about it at the moment. He's been very good. He did bring it up once or twice while we were still in lockdown, but he seems to have learnt to leave it alone. He's been a lot nicer about it now. So I have to give him the benefit of the doubt for that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not really going to change the team channel for anyone now. It's kind of how it is. And to me, I personally still think it's a failure. And Anthony's departure and complete cut-off of everybody is actually proof of that. This is way before your time in the community, Soup played, so there's a lot that you don't really know about what happened beforehand, but I used to do these very consistent streams in the previous year beforehand. It was to support my very first gig that I did, and it was a charity one. The videos are in the very first playlist on my YouTube channel, and everybody came in to support that. It was called the NAS Tourneys, and literally we made like a little NAS clan. Everybody had like a little NAS tag in there, me, and we'd all hang out on Skype together and stream in this little tournament thing, and everybody would just hang out and have fun. And the entire concept of the team channel was to continue that. So we'll all do our own like little separate Let's Plays and record them to upload them to the team channel, and then we'd all have group sessions with commentary and everything. And that barely happens at all. most of what the channel has grown out of is commentary-less gameplay that me and Bradley have uploaded for Mario Kart Wii. My most popular upload happens to be a trash edit recording, sorry, that I had no use of putting it on my channel, so I threw it onto the team channel, and it's now got 2.4 million views. And I hate it. I actually really don't like that concept. It's just... We still have some good highlights on there and some good sort of Let's Plays and recordings, but from what the YouTube channel has grown out of and from what we put up on there, it's a failure to me. So I hate it. You know about my travelling. Good, good, good. Alrighty then, Soup. Take it easy. Thanks for chatting today and everything. Hope you do well with whatever you're going to do now. Thank you for being here for me to vent to. I don't know when you left exactly. I was probably like mid-ramble, but if you are still here, then thank you. That last turn is really irritating me today. This would have been a really good lap though, if it was just... Yeah, that would have been a best lap split if that was a proper lap. So, there you go. It's not something you have a problem with. There you go then. That's good. I do give the benefit of the doubt to Aaron. There's no hard feelings to him. I think he just wanted to make sure that I remembered. But it's fine. I still appreciate him nonetheless. He means well. It was just a little irritating is all. Anyways. I hope I get some parts of my creative writing project in. It's a little something therapeutic. Writing is very therapeutic. Especially if you can characterize certain aspects of your head. It's actually something that I want to be more into than I should be. Most of my writing usually resides in, well, these stupidly lengthy paragraphs that I write to people sometimes. Giving meaningful messages to people in Christmas cards, which I did this year for Neil, Bradley and Jacob and Jordan. But then last year I did it for tons of people. What else? But most of it resides in messages, lengthy paragraphs, or more obviously in songwriting, in lyrics. But that's literally just, I feel like, why did you use another shroom there? I feel like most of my lyric writing is just very note formy sort of thing. It's not very descriptive. It's just very like, I've been thinking about this recently. I did used to think about it like this, and now I think about it like this, so therefore it's a bit better. That's essentially the return in a nutshell. Very repetitive, very basic in my opinion, but it works well because more of the complexity is in the song. But this is a ramble from what I was initially trying to say. What I was initially talking about is how I would write beforehand. Ideally, I would actually like to have a write a story one day, maybe, of my own sort, kind of in creative writing. And I've got an idea in my head at the moment. I always have an idea for like one sort of thing, and for most of my life it was very fictional stuff. But now I've become, I think, with the development into adulthood, it's become more realistic. So one of the stories that I'm thinking of at the moment has a character, which I guess is sort of semi-based off me, but then also semi-based off like a general guy that you would find in Britain or London, who isn't too open about mental health and is in situations where he's kind of just been having to go with the flow of life, and it's just not been very fair to him. And the other character within the story as well, based off of probably my favourite actor at the moment, is a younger girl who he's been taking care of. Eventually, the way that the story kind of progresses is the roles reverse. So when the girl grows up into a young woman, she has to take care of him, of the guy, because his mental health has kind of deteriorated over time. He's become unable to do it himself. It's a very, I think, a unique aspect of independence, but also a very unique look on how certain aspects can be overlooked sometimes. One day I might be able to write something out of it. Might be able to pull it together with my cousin. I've told him about it before, and he seems kind of interested to help me. And he's actually a creative writing uni student, so it would be nice. Anyways, there's my little ramble about creative writing. I hope you liked it. And if you didn't like it, then I'm sad. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, you are really irritating me today, you bag of shit. Why on earth is that not working at that well today? Let's bring it down to 3,000. I really hate reducing this because it makes my screen look like a pixely piece of mess, the stream. But the bitrate's now 1,000s lower than it used to be. But it seems to be working. Can't see any red squares anymore. So the BT aren't really as good as they sell themselves out to be. No company is. I'm literally right next to the fucking BT home hub. It's just in my dad's office next door to my room. But then I'm also I'm not running directly into the hub. I am running through my iMac as like a hotspot, so I guess that could be just as good as me streaming from the iMac, really, and I knew that that was a little worse regarding connection. Right, let's concentrate a bit more on this driving, shall we? were you veering to the right there? That was so weird. Did I put the... No, that... Sometimes I swear it is on. The, You can turn the controller sort of thing. The fact you can do it with a controller like this as well, the Pro controller, is baffling as well, actually. Damn it. That was a late drift on my behalf then. Hi, Jake. Do you know Peter himself has actually been to the stream? He's been here, he's watched this. He asked why Wario was farting. I literally saw like the Peter part at the beginning. And I responded to that part. That's all. Oh, fuck you. It's too far to the left. That's the makings of a decent lap if I didn't miss the coins at the end. Third worldwide on Nitro tracks. So you beat Troy's time. Interesting. Good job. How much did you beat him by? I assume like a second or two because you said I remember you saying that you had like a horrible like last few races on Rainbow Road or something, which lost you time in like your last run. So. Ironic as well because I remember Troy's actually got a time on the Chads of Ghost database on Rainbow Road, and I compared it with my PB, and he's a good like 0.4 ahead of my Rainbow Road PB, and then right at the very end, he misses the very last boost panel. And yeah, and he loses by like 0.5 or something. He gets like a 33 point something. And I beat the Staff Ghost barely, so there you go. 4 seconds, that's pretty decent, like a pretty decent distance, isn't it, in speedrunning? Or, I don't know how it works. It'd be fucking huge on time trial terms, that's all I really know. Now all you need to do is download Troy's run and do a comparison video between the both of you. Upload it to YouTube and get billions of views. Troy's run probably doesn't even have billions of views, so there you go. I don't actually know how popular Troy's most popular video is. I assume it's that Mario Kart 8 one that he took, which has got like 7 million views or something. I don't think he's had very many more which peaked a million, has he? That was a decent turn, but I don't think it was quick. Not quick enough. Why are you giving me shit shrooms, you dick? Oh, I see. I didn't know you could, like, just take it from another category like that. Or did Troy just cut it out and submit it? If you get the world record on the category, Logan is donating 2,000 bits to you. That's the category I assume Logan's also been playing recently too. What is the world record and who's it by? I assume it's I'm trying to think of someone who's sped run the game, but I really couldn't. Guy. I only say that though because I know he had retro tracks when Jacob was trying to get it. Batcake! Oh, that would also make sense. 37-36. Cut it out and submitted it when he crossed the line. Your time's 38.05. Oh, that's technically doable then. Logan better be saving up his bits. So what are these decent laps all of a sudden? I'm going to jinx the run by pointing them out, aren't I? Oh my god, you idiot. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Definitely not with that. Right, that's still lagging. I don't know what that's. I don't know what I can do about that. It's really annoying. Obviously, something that's beyond my control. Okay. $37, $32, not $37, $36. You were close enough. Practically the same thing, right? I guess if you did beat 37, 36 and thought you had world record and it then looked and it was 37, 32, then it would be worse. But at least you're not making that mistake. Ah, Bradley's saying hello to someone else. Wonder who he's saying hello to. Oh my goodness. Yuck. I paused for a minute. I don't know what I was going to say. Hello, Bradley. That's what I was going to say. My stream is dropping frames and it's terrible. It just keeps going into the red. And then like 1,500 or something now. 2,000 probably. Or if I'm not, then it should be there. Just don't think the internet's as good as they sell it out to be, honestly. What can I do, though? What can I do? I don't know. Oh yeah, the log things. You can go into the stream and you could see what other people have said beforehand. Only figured that out recently.
maybe. Not quite. Ugh. That had potential. That was close to PB, but not quite there. It's just for mods. Interesting. That would make sense also, though. Why would VIPs have it? It'd make more sense for mods, because if you came into a random chat out of nowhere... if you came into a stream that you moderate at and you see one of those bots that has been there before you, then you can just be like, oh, shit bot, bye. Cool. How am I doing? I think I'm doing alright. I've only had one meal today, and that was dinner. I feel like I slept decently. I don't know. It just doesn't even matter anymore. I've just kind of got used to not sleeping if it happens, which is probably the worst part. How are you doing, Bradley? That's more important. Just finish your last work shift before Christmas. Sweet. Logan said something about he can look up chat on Bradley's stream one time. I don't remember what Logan is in Bradley's chat. Is he a VIP, I assume? I knew he was a mod once, but then he did something really stupid and Bradley's like, okay, you're not getting your mod back, mate. I'm not enjoying this at the moment. Let's put that all the way down to there. Because fuck you. Oh, Logan asked Bradley to remove his mod. Why? That sounds like a weird thing to do. Oh. While I remember it, do you want to know something that really pissed me off recently? I was getting really irritated like a stream or two ago about how they've just made this track feel less drivable than it used to be on the Wii version, because you have hills here, so you can randomly get air off the shortcut, but then there's also another one in the middle, so you could technically get launched off to the side of the ramp and everything. Like to the fence, not the ramp. Also, the fact that they've kept the ramp in here when it's as useless in this game as it is in the Wii version. But then they have the, I was playing around and I noticed something that I did not notice before in this game until now. Look at this! You have a fucking stable over there with goddamn a fucking hayfield and everything. You see that? You see that shit? How it's all mowed down? With the grass and everything. Look, you've got the hay bales there and you've got the lines in the grass and there's trees in the background in uneven patterns as if it was an actual fucking field. No one's going to see that from the track. All you're going to see is that. If you go over here. Who the fuck is going to go over there? At most you're going to be over here and all you're going to see is a bunch of planks. You got that little fucking village over there and a cliff, and there's just so much random detail in this track. Why did they spend so much time putting that much shit into the track that you're not going to see, and they made it less drivable with lumps everywhere? I went ballistic over that. I swear to God. Just remembered it now. I was just fuming over that for some random reason. I got so mad. Like, it looks fantastic. If
the Mario Kart Wii version just looked like this, then we'd be golden. But no, you made the Mario Kart 8 version look like that, and that was a mistake. I think he did something stupid which resulted in me removing his mod, but I think he apologized afterwards and he said to not give it back to him. Okay. That would make sense then. And I thought that was the case as well, because I'm pretty sure I remember actually talking to you about it or something one stream where I came in and you were like, Logan's really pissed me off. You told me what he'd done, and then I don't remember what it was, but you were like, yeah, he's not getting his mod back now or something. If only you could just be nice to me on that turn. I can take it tight, but then bounce just a little bit or drift a little bit too late and not get a mini turbo. I'm a bit too riled up about complaining about that shit beforehand. Logan also PB'd today. Sweet. I'd like to say I want a PB today as well, but I, for one, am not actually in the same day as you anymore, technically, so even if I were to PB in this session, it technically wouldn't count. You've been learning Mario Sunshine? Oh, you only have to learn Mario Sunshine now. Is that for like a 602 that you signed up for? I swear you did that or something before. He just came up and said, so I've signed up for a 602, and I'm like, Bradley, you don't even play Sunshine. Why have you done that? And you were just like, yep. I signed up. That's the exhilarating part for you. You signed up for it. The 602 is next week. Oh dear God, Bradley, why? Well, there's nothing wrong with learning Sunshine in the middle of the run, right? you just be sat there and you'd be like on a decent pace. You're like, okay, now to learn Sunshine, and you just load up like a video tutorial or something and just watch it in the middle. If you're even bothered to. I mean, it's not the first time Bradley's done that. Even if you don't finish, I can watch the other races. I guess that's an upside too. How long do 602s usually take? It's like 15 hours or something. It's ridiculous like that, isn't it? Oh, 24 hours. World record is 20 hours. Jesus Lord, what day is this on?
I assume next week gives you a bit of time. Tuesday. Ooh, Tuesday. Wait, what day is that? Wait, what day is Tuesday? What date is that? Let me take a look. Open you fucking calendar. The 29th, okay. Bradley told me before the calendar was bothered to give a shit. I was about to say, no it's not, but that I'm on 2019 for some reason. Is that honestly the last time I fucking opened up the calendar in 2019? Did I just scroll back to look at something? I've still got all my college friends' birthdays on there. From when I had my college account logged on to my computer. There you go, that makes more sense. It's literally just exactly a week from now, actually. So my 10-year anniversary is on Saturday this year, this week. Saturday this year. It's gonna be a YouTube stream. Ugh. They every time I swear every time I try and look into streaming on YouTube, it just makes me feel uncomfortable and sick. They just change everything, and I'm gonna have loads of little kids asking me to add if they can add me on Switch and everything. It's like ugh. It's gonna be a nightmare, but it's gonna be probably the last YouTube stream I'll ever do, so it'll be worth it. Right? I hope. You dick! Why? Oh, it wasn't even that quick anyways. I can promise I'll finish at least one game. What is that? 64? Yeah, there we go. I mean, I'd assume you'd be fairly comparable to most of the main races for that game. If you don't mess up horrifically. Stop doing that, you prick. God, I love Cal so much. These fucking 14-foot behemoths. Because, you know, that's how big cows are. Good job, Nintendo. I should probably, on these dead runs, I should probably start learning the little corner cut now. God damn it.
That's probably why. Except, I was about to say that's probably why that's not working, but then it gave me the mini turbo earlier than I was expecting, so that was also a nice surprise there on that turn. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, the internet just doesn't like me today. It's just constantly dropping frames and I don't know why. It might be the server, but I can't be bothered to change it. It's just irritating now. Just seems to be in a very don't give a shit today sort of mindset. Ugh. What have I got it running at? 2,000. I've literally reduced it by half. Your current mindset, what? Why is the internet being so shit to me today? Or the internet's mindset? I literally don't give a shit. Both is applicable, I guess. It's just dipping to like 10 kilobits per second or something. We don't give a shit mindset. There you go. I mean, that's the best mindset to have at this point in the year, isn't it? After everything that's happened, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. And for the rest of life, probably. That was my fastest pace. That was my fastest pace into lap 3. Exactly 0.5 behind. You see what I mean now by the shroom as well. The shroom just decided to give me massive air because there's some fucking hill in the middle of the grass. And they had the audacity to put a fucking stable in the background where you can't see it. God damn it, Nintendo, I want to fucking kill you. Hey, Offie. Sorry you had to come into the stream on that. But that was really annoying. That was a really annoying loss of a run. God damn it. How are you doing today? Also, and I know you changed your name recently, But me and Souplade were quite surprised that you didn't change it to anything like Offie the Bread Queen or something. We were just debating your name change randomly one stream. You're like, Offie should have called herself Offie the Bread Queen. And I'm like, yeah. Never seen Moo Moo Meadows on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It looks very pretty. I'll show you one thing. In comparison to Mario Kart Wii, where this is completely flat, so you can just kind of go over here with no problems, you can see there's a tiny little bump here, and then there's another one. You can see the grass kind of ridges up here as well. So there's like a big mound in the middle, just here, and then there's a sort of upper lip to the edge of the grass here, which is not how it is in the Wii version, which makes this a living hell to try and deal with. Literally, I was on a PB pace while you were, just as you came into stream, and the thing launched me all the way over here, and I just smacked into the fence because of that hill. And so that's one thing. But then, of course, look at the details in the background. There's a lot more extravagant than the Wii version. You've got windmills in there, you've got a little orchard. On one of these sides, there's a tiny little lake where the cows actually stop to drink. They actually eat the grass. And then the bit that really hit, like really irritated me. This part. Out of view, where nobody would see it at all. You see that area? There's a fucking stable there. A stable with like hay bales, and the field is all nicely ploughed. Who is going to see that? If you're on the track and you're just sat here, all you're going to see is a pile of sticks. You got that village up there as well. Like, why is that there? I get that the track looks really nice, and that's probably the biggest upside that this has. But what the hell does this contribute? They've made this moundy as shit, and on 200cc, which is what I'm playing this on, you get bounced and thrown all over the place with this track. It's the same here as well. You've got the fucking tractor. There's another little village over there. There's mountains in the background. You've got little milk things, a trailer, some crates, more cows, a fucking Moo Moo Meadows sign. And you actually, they purposefully put the fence one bar lower, just here, so you could stop and admire it against the background with the sunset. The sun has a shadow that moves. So the sun is a fixed position, which is just dead on over there. And the shadow, no matter where you are on the track, stays in the same position. That is not a detail that they have on Mario Kart Wii. That's just not something there. You have a barn with a little silo sort of thing. Oh, fucking windmill! My god. That's a water windmill as well. That's the one that pumps out the stuff out of the ground as well. They didn't put the pipe into the ground, though, where the windmill attaches. That's a little detail they left out. It's just a windmill that sat there. But still, there's the lake. Why is that here? And they have it with a fucking water animation as well. There's little bits of grass that go around in the wind. There's another fucking barn with a fucking milk truck, and then like another milk silo thing outside, like a proper one that actually fills the trucks in. Moo Moo Meadows milk. They branded it. They've got a sign to tell you to be aware of the cows when you're in this part of the track. Nothing about the gradient of the road, though. What's on this side? I've never even looked over here. Did they put anything over it here? Another lake! I didn't know that was here! And it goes into a stream! Why have you put that there? Who's going to see it? There's a road! There's a road with there's like a footpath with a sign on it. It goes up the hill. Who's going to notice that? Why is that there? What the fuck? Why, Nintendo? Why have you made this track a lumpy piece of shit and you put that in the background? Why is that there? Fuck you. I hate this. At least this kind of looks a bit lame. They've got a goddamn church in the distance. I swear to God, you see that thing with a spire on the roof? Oh my God. There's so much detail and the track is objectively worse. I am mad. Got a fucking sign on it here. You can't even see because it points the other way, and you've got the fucking wind direction thing on it. Wait, what? Actually, what does it say? You can kind of check the direction. No. No, you can't. It looks like... Actually, wait. Let's look at it from this way. Alright, west is that direction. East is this way. Where's the sun? The sun is over here. So, we can now confirm from this little tiny detail that they put with the west to east sort of thing, with that like wind directory thing, showing us that west is that way, east is this way. We are playing this track in the morning, not the evening. This is the early hours of the morning that we're playing on this track. I should not be able to pick that up from one aspect of this track. I should not be able to be like, okay, well, there's something that you would be able to physically use in the real world to determine from real life physics, this is a sunrise, therefore we're playing in the early hours. That should not be a thing. I'm so mad. Oh, I hate it. The track is shit, but the detail is fan-fucking-tastic. God damn it. There you go. Sorry about that. I'm shouting at like nearly 1 in the morning. My parents, if they are... I'm surprised they did not burst in through the door like halfway through that to tell me off. What's been going on then? Let's read up in chat. Sorry I ignored everything in my like horrible rant because of the shortcuts been making this track a living hell. It's also the last turn of the track. You get the same stuff that happens on the old Moo Moo Meadows where it just bounces you like 3 times and you can't charge a mini turbo out of it. The same shit happens on this track at the end of this. God damn. Anyways, rant over, I promise. I'm pretty good, thank you. Any good runs? I'm considering changing it again because I don't like it at the moment. So maybe we'll get Offie the Bread Queen. I do have some good news. 2 good newses, actually. First of all, I actually did get to a goal with this track a couple of days ago. So I subbed 101. We got 1 minute point 8, which is still my current PB. A relatively solid run as well, judging by the splits. My best lap splits give 0.5, which I'm trying to get to before I start hopping over the grass again. But my theoretical best driving gives a 0.1, which is close to my target of sub 1 minute. Hence why I'm playing against this ghost. And more importantly as well, and I think you'll like this the most, Offie, is that Peter himself has actually been here. He has a Twitch account. He came in. He was watching me do attempts. This was on the same stream. Unfortunately not while Peter was here, but it was a Peter stream PB, I guess. He commented on Wario farting and Lord Soup scared him off with the artwork that he made. But there you go. So it was great. You missed that and that. So that's something. What else has been here? The stream's dropped 16,500 frames today, and I don't know why. So it's at half the bit rate that it used to be. So it's probably not even as detailed as it could be. So you were looking at probably a much lower resolution tour of Moo Moo Meadows just then. I hate it. It's already dropping frames now while I'm doing this. Why have they done that? It's so cute. It's cute, but like, who the fuck is gonna notice in the middle of a race? People are going to be too busy yelling at red shells and green shells or how to not fucking do the cut properly to notice a little stable with cows eating grass and everything. I came back and saw you talk about Sunshine. I just bought 3D All-Stars, but not allowed to play it until Christmas. If I'm getting any Switch games for Christmas at all, I would expect that would be one of them that I'm getting, but I've not asked for it. I'm not even too big into wanting any new Switch games, actually. So I don't know what I'm going to get this year. I don't ask for anything. For the last 5 years, I've not asked for anything. It's just been a massive surprise for whatever my parents or sister have given me. My sister got me this little, you know, you can get those sort of lights, sort of soft lights of like a model of the moon or something. My sister got one of those, but it's a Pac-Man light, so it's like a 3D model of Pac-Man. And it's still in the box. It's over here, just on the floor. It's still in the box. It's the little Pac-Man light my sister got me. She keeps asking me if I use it or not. And I'm like, I haven't, unfortunately. It's just there. It's just in the box. It's not... I've just not done anything with it. I don't know what to do. I don't know where it would go. But it's a cute little thing that she bought me. And then my parents last year... as like, I guess, a conjoint birthday and Christmas present, got me a massive stereo system, which I've got behind my iMac. Just a CD stereo system, and it's fucking bassy as hell, which is not a downside to me, but like, I was not expecting them to give me it. I did not ask for it, they just presented it to me. And it came in this big box, which was almost bigger than our Christmas tree. And I was like, oh Jesus Lord, I don't want to know what that is. I don't know what they're going to do this year, though. I don't think I'm going to have as extravagant a gift as another stereo system, but I don't know if they've got me anything else. The one thing that I do kind of just put on my wish list and say, yeah, no, I have an Amazon wish list to everybody that I know, are CDs. I have lots of CDs on there. No one ever gets them for me. They're only like 5 or 10 quid. Simple gift. No one gets them. No one gets me goddamn CDs. And it was within my family this year that they agreed not to get anybody anything this year. But like, for me, that's kind of the same. Most people give me Amazon gift cards and things anyways, and I just end up buying CDs with them regardless. But people give me more than enough money to buy more than one CD when they could just be like, you know, get one CD and that's fine. I'm okay with it, and they don't have to spend as much money. But what that means is that with this year, people aren't going to get like anything at all. So no gift cards or anything either. It's literally presents are going to be shared between family within the house rather than extended family like cousins and aunts and uncles and all that. That's how it's going to work for me this year. It's going to be a weird one, that's for sure. But Christmas has been getting gradually worse for me every year, so this kind of just adds to that gradient, sadly. What else has gone on? I randomly went on a tangent after reading one paragraph. Came back to handy ranting about the track again. Did you come in like for the first time I was losing my mind over the goddamn stables? That's funny. I would 100% buy if I walked into Asda and saw Moo Moo Meadows milk. Interesting. The fact that you know where it came from. God damn it. It's insanely detailed. That's good. I saw in the Discord server, yeah, there you go. You know, Peter. If you want it, then ask for it. What, Peter Milk? Peter Milk? Oh no! What have I done? Oh no! Oh no! There you go, Lord Soup. Get into Photoshop immediately and make that thing. Oh no! If Lord Soup was actually here, he would be all over that. He'd make that a stream meme in no time. Jesus Lord. Moo Moo Meadows milk is what I was talking about. I don't even know anymore. Let's move on from that before I make things worse for myself. Maybe one day I'll meet the famous Peter and thank him myself for how much of an inspiration and influence he has had on our lives. He's been an influence and an inspiration without directly being an influence and an inspiration. The pure reason as to why he's got an involvement in your lives and everybody else watching is because of me listening to Spotify on stream. Two things that aren't directly involved with him at all. Spotify didn't even seem to like acknowledge him that greatly. You had to put research into it to find out who he actually was. They literally knew about as much as we did, is that he was a guy called Peter who had the world record with skipping. And that's all. That's the sole influence that sprouted from on stream, and that was that. It's no direct influence from Peter whatsoever, my god. You love Christmas so much, well, are you gonna love it this year? That's the important question. Anyways, my god. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna say now. I don't know. I don't know. Insane how a tiny little thing like that happened and now it's a meme. You could take the Moo Moo Meadows rant and make it into a meme because that's probably how it started. The Peter ad came up and it would just constantly come up so much that it would annoy the shit out of me that I would just shout at the top of my lungs. And I was losing it then. I was losing it while trying to fucking comprehend the track, god damn it. Alright. Let's play some stuff, shall we? If Spotify chose the guy who ate the world's most bread or something, then so many conversations never would have happened. Wait, what? If Spotify chose the guy who ate the world's most bread or something. Most bread in the world? Then so many conversations never would have happened. So many conversations never did happen. I think that the bread conversation was purely influenced by you, Offie. I swear. Just a 3-hour conversation about bread just happened. This is a... Moo Moo Meadows milk. Good God. If that's a detail that they actually carried over from Mario Kart Wii, I have never noticed it before. Honestly. You worded that horribly, sorry. It's fine, I was able to make sense of it still. Right. Not too much longer for me on attempts, but let's hope we can make a good one, huh? When was the last PB that you ever witnessed of me, Offie? Was it Rainbow Road? Or did I manage to jam some other shit in there somewhere? Oh, I think actually you witnessed an MC3, didn't you? The rare MC3 PB. I wonder if that will ever happen again.
Oh boy. Right, let's go. Oh dear, my voice is going. I think you saw an MC3 one. That's good then. I know you were here. You witnessed my best driving on MC3. I'm pretty sure. And we were just talking about streaming on YouTube. Or, well, there was a conversation about streaming on YouTube taking place. I'm pretty sure I saw you in the chat there. I have that downloaded on my iPod and everything. My best ever driving. Also, I forgot to go to the shroom there. Before that, it would have been Rainbow Road. Wow. I am so sorry for being such an inconsistent bag of shit. Just not PBing while you're here. God damn it. Idiot. Yeah. Hopefully we can change that. Did I ever show you the comparison between my current PB on there? Or, well, did you ever see the comparison between my current MC3 PB and European tops? My PB, despite how mediocre it is, was also almost a European tops. Because Jimbo, who's 10th European at the moment, clipped the dirt on the hairpin. I overtook him again. And so if I just got a decent shroom and then managed to hold it together on the ending well enough, I would have actually had European tops as my first .3. And I remember, if you remember the penguin suit deal, if I beat European tops for my first .3, then I would buy the penguin suit and play the penguin game in the penguin suit on stream. If you didn't see that situation happen, then you would definitely know of that deal, I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, I remember, like, after I got the .3 and I did my comparison stream, I showed Sean the comparison between me and Jimbo's time. And I lost to Jimbo because I just did really bad shrooms the entire run. And Sean was mad. He got so annoyed that I had messed up the shroom because I had almost got European tops. He wanted me in that penguin suit. I remember that. I think we were also talking about streaming on different platforms at the same time, and someone was talking to you whether you think streaming on YouTube or Twitch is better. Something like that, yeah. Someone started a change.org petition for it, didn't they? Yes. That was Lord Soup. The Lord Soup did that before I made the deal. That was when I was just completely outright reluctant to do it. What's more surprising though is that people have actually signed the goddamn thing. I've had like 7 people sign it. Yeah. Though while we're on the topic of YouTube streams, even though it was the penguin suit, but it was mentioned prior to this. 26th of December. I don't know if you know of this or not yet, Offie, but I'm doing a my 10-year YouTube anniversary stream is coming up. I don't know if you have a YouTube account or anything at all. I've never seen you comment or anything, so I assume not, but just so you know, I'll be playing Mario Kart Wii and this game online to kids on YouTube for the first time in like 5 years. because the last stream I did on YouTube was like the 5-year YouTube anniversary or something. Fans want the penguin suit. My 7 fans. I don't want the penguin suit though. And I didn't get European tops as my first .3, so it's not happening now. I had that deal. Someone said okay, so I took it. I think it was actually Sean. Hey, before I return to actually properly return to MC3, there's a chance that I will actually go back to We Fit You. I know how much everybody enjoys seeing me play that app. It just depends on how quickly I get this done. I've predicted that my ideal rate of progress with Mario Kart 8 generally tends to be 3 months. This will take me until March next year. I really don't know. That would have been really good if the shroom behaved itself. Boxing Day stream, and I'm sub to you. I don't really comment on videos though. Fair enough, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know, but thank you. As long as you're seeing my really stupid clips that happen on Twitch that I upload sometimes. That's all that matters. There was one recently where I was playing Mario Kart 7 where I threw a red... I had 2 red shells on Mushroom Gorge. I threw 1 red shell and it went round... I don't know if you know of the split path where you have the 3 mushrooms, 1 red one, 2 red ones and 1 green one in the middle, and then you have a split path off to the side, which is in like a little loop. I threw the red shell, and one of them decided to go around the loop. I went over the 3 mushrooms, and then... Also, this is a good lap. That is almost a new best lap 1. Let me concentrate. Oh my god, look how far to the right I was there. Jesus Lord. Of course, couldn't live without them. Okay, you know what I'm talking about then. One of the red shells went round the long route, and then I came back round and met with it again, pretty much, after I went over the mushrooms, threw the second red shell, and it just broke on the first one that I sent. It was ridiculous. I laughed my face off, though, just seeing that happen. And we have the little edit compilation where Bradley had a massive tantrum over me not finishing a run once, which I actually edited together and 300 people watched it for some reason. And then there's one person in the comments who's like, Bradley? And Bradley's like, yes. And then just nothing else happened out of that. People in the comment section are so funny. I don't blame you for not commenting on any videos, Offie. They're just so weird sometimes. I remember there was just one comment. I woke up to a comment just on... I don't remember what it was. But I woke up one day and I just looked on my tablet, and the first notification that I saw was of a YouTube comment just on a random video, It was just of a random person just going, man. That's it. That's all they said in the comments. They just said the word man. So this could be good. Hello, Wombo. Seeing a lack of Mr. Scooty. Good. How are you doing? Efficiency. Man, that's it. Yeah, just man. That's all they commented. It was the first thing I woke up to. I'm pretty sure I checked the video and it just didn't have any relation to what it was there. They just put man in the comments. I don't know. Just trying to get 10k VR now. Awesome. That's currently a long-term, well, a long-ish term target for my Mario Kart 7 streams, which I will be doing tomorrow as well. Getting to 10k VR and 10k coins. 10k coins first, obviously. Quite far away from 10k VR. As for me, I think you asked what I'm doing. I think I'm doing pretty well. I had a massive rant about the background detail in this track, how the shroom has the audacity to do that to you, and yet they put a fucking stable in over there. Right, off to the right. It's fucking Moo Moo Meadows milk as well. Now that I just looked, that trailer has something written on it. I wonder what it has written on it. I want to know what it has written on it. What does the trailer have written on it, you bastards? Why did you put this in detail into this track? Oh, damn it. I hate you, Nintendo. What does it have written on it? Moo Moo Meadows. That's all it has written on it. It has it on the other side as well. The same symbols, the same writing, the same symbol on the other side of the truck where no one's going to see it. Why? Why go through the effort to put that in? Oh, you have the goddamn... Can you see that just over there? Just above where the tree line where Wario's head is pointing? You have a goddamn electricity pylon there. I swear that's an electricity pylon. Why? I'm so annoyed with the detail that they put in this track. Right. With all my rambles and everything out the way, we have hit my curfew for today. So, one more decent lap one, and then I think I'm going to call it a night, but we'll see. That could be literally half an hour from now, who knows. You came too late. There is no such thing as too late. Nothing really happened today. So it's all good. So good. In fact, actually my driving started to clear up a little bit more and I was getting better laps at this finishing half of the stream. Wombo, you kind of came in when I was about to... when I'm
driving well, but I have to be mindful of the time that I'm playing. For both my sleep and my hands, so I can't do really much more. Nah. Mr. Scooty's too different. I'm already too used to this, too into it. See no proof. Well, I don't. Not saying that it doesn't exist, but I've seen nobody get a sub 1. I've seen nobody's run of a sub 1 minute with Mr. Scooty just yet. Not saying that it doesn't exist, but I'd rather follow the guidance of my friend and former world record holder here. Using this vehicle. And I have PB'd recently. I got the sub 101. I'm at 1 minute 8 now. 1 minute .8, sorry. Which is relatively decent. Oh, don't do that, you bastard. Right, I said I would do it on one more lap 1, didn't I? And I've completed like 3 lap 1s, so let's try and finish this last one here. Why the fuck do you send me out that direction? You saw how good that lap 2 was going, right? Why? I don't get you. Fuck you, game. You're a bag of shit and I hate your fantastic detail and graphics. Does it matter which heavy character you use? I assume so. I mean, pretty much the entire worldwide top, as far as I've seen, uses Wario, so... There we go. Anyways, that's that done. I'm sad, but what can you do? So, like normal, that wraps it up for tonight. I'll be carrying on with my usual... take it in turns, sort of, with the stream. So tomorrow we'll be on Mario Kart 7, grinding worldwides. I'm very close to 10,000 coins. I literally think tomorrow will be the session. So if you want to see me get to, or fail to get to, 10,000 coins tomorrow on stream, then be there or be not there. Otherwise, I'll be carrying on with this the day after tomorrow. In my usual just sort of leapfrog fashion. We are getting close to Christmas now, so I think tomorrow would probably be the last Mario Kart 7 stream before Christmas, and the day after that, if I'm not mistaken, is the 23rd, which will be probably the last one beforehand. I think for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I will be prioritizing, I guess, the Christmas holidays itself. So I won't be around and streaming on those days. But on Boxing Day, I will be streaming. I'll be playing this game and Mario Kart Wii on YouTube. So if you want to see or take part in that, there is an event already. Just go to my YouTube channel, go through the communities tab and follow the post there to the link for the broadcast. It's there and waiting. You just have to kind of, I'm pretty sure you can say set a reminder for the stream and it will, you'll have a reminder set for it. I'm gonna try to stick to the time stated for that as much as possible. Otherwise, that's all I have to say. Let's see if we can host anybody today. Mario Kart 8 directory, let's take a look. Unlike Mario Kart 7, we are spoilt for choice on this, so let's see. Who's about today? Ooh! Someone has the same microphone as me. What the fuck? That is definitely the same mic. That's cool. I'm gonna host this girl. She seems to be playing online and racing with viewers. So if anyone has the game and wants to join in with her, then you can do so. I've hosted them before, so this isn't going to be the first time. Otherwise, thank you everybody for watching. Mainly just offer you Wombo at the end of the stream here. Appreciated as always that you came and hung out. I hope to see you again soon before Christmas comes around, because it's going to be an interesting one this year, so it would definitely help having you show up beforehand if I do any streams at all. Otherwise, I think I've rambled way more than enough. Wish this person all the best from me, and if you want to join them at all, then please feel free to do so. Otherwise, I am done. Thank you for watching and listening. Take it easy, have a good night, and I shall see you again when I see you.